All right, YouTube, I'm back. This is Prophet Howard, the Truth Blaster. I'm talking about the future from a prophetic standpoint. Now, again, let me start out by talking about what's going on in these churches and with these people on YouTube just talking about the Bible and what have you. One, don't depend on them. It's good to have a network, it's good to have a support system, but do not depend on these people and their prayers because you don't know what they going on, what they got going in their personal lives. Whether they plotting against their husband or plotting against their wife. Whether the husband is not supporting or the wife is unsubmissive. You don't know what they got going. Because I want to tell you something. Like, a lot of times the Most High, your prayers will be hindered by division. Some people will just be better off just saying, okay, it's obvious we can't get along. Let's just have a business. Let's just be business or whatever. When people tell you they saved and they love God, tell them, show me. If they keep saying it, show me. Show me. Because let me tell you something. When it comes to the Bible and the God of the Bible, people can easily get sidetracked or get on their own thing because he's not always going to confront you. Like, he'll allow you to do whatever you feel and to do and say whatever comes to your mind. He's not gonna really make you do his will, if you will. And as a result, you have a lot of fakes. You have a lot of people that really don't be obeying God like that. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't play the lottery. I don't. Listen, the Bible never said you couldn't drink. The Bible never said that you couldn't play the lottery. But you focus on those things and you sneaky as hell for one. You texting people, you talking to people in intimate ways. You like this person, that person, and when the time is right, you gonna act on it. But yet, you're the person we should seek for godly counsel. No. Show me. And I'll show you. See, a lot of time, you got people that's either too much of a pushover or you can't tell them nothing. So, but in these last days, it's going to be important to be communicating with the Most High. Don't rely on nobody else to tell you. Especially if you're a husband, you should have your own connection with the Most High. Don't have your wife trying to be the spiritual leader of the house. You're not going to be blessed like that. Because there's going to be some changes. I gave you a couple of them in part 1. Now I'm going to give you some more in part 2. There's going to be some changes. And if you wonder why my camera is moving, it's because I'm parking. So I can get into this here real quick. I told you in part 1 about DACA. Look it up. Find out what it is. Find out what DACA is. Because all of you blacks who thought you had to do crying because Biden won, you thought you really was doing something, huh? I see that you don't study history. Because if you studied history, you would know that the Democrats tried to keep our ancestors enslaved. The Democrats don't like the Constitution. And y'all gonna mess around and put the Democrats in the House and the Senate. I want to say this to anybody in Georgia that will see this. Don't do that stupid stuff. You get rid of the Constitution, slavery is legal again. Guns for certain people, whoever they see fit, are illegal again. So you got to be careful when you start doing this stuff. You can't, and I think part of the problem is y'all watch CNN too much. Y'all think these people are really, come on now, compare the scripture to the people on CNN. Just look them up. Look up Don Lemon. And compare Don Lemon to the scripture. And let me know what you find in the comments. See, again, because God, the Most High, hasn't been talking that much, people are not exercising self-control. And then you got other people that exercise it when they feel like it. Adultery 2011, adultery 2013, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You righteous. But what about those adulteries in 2013, 2011? Now you righteous though. Now we should all listen to you. Come on now. You gonna see. Now you may see a resurgence in the church when the Passion of the Christ part 2 comes out. But remember, these are merely men and women. Don't give them too much credit. Don't give me too much credit. They're merely men and women. You don't know, most of the time you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But you just voted for somebody, and I want to talk to you who say you saved. You just voted for somebody who is getting ready, has plans to legalize prostitution. And this person is claiming to be a Christian, to be on the same level as you who say that when you die, you're going into the kingdom of the Most High. You're going in paradise. They're trying to decriminalize drugs and legalize prostitution. See, here's what happened to y'all. The media's job was to make you hate Trump to the point where nothing he says, nothing he does is going to be good enough. You got to get him out of there. Got to get him out of there. Got to get him out of there. Pence is evangelical. Trump has things and he's done and said that wasn't right. But from a principle standpoint, when you compare his executive orders to the scripture, you don't see something usually that the Most High would frown upon. So, again, you're going to see DACA. You're going to see restrictions, if not a ban on guns. You're going to see extended. For those of you who don't know, in 2019, Kamala Harris tried to extend the school day from 8 hours to more like 14, from 8 to 6 p.m. Is this what you want? Obviously it is. And the problem with a lot of y'all is you don't read. You don't read. CNN. Some of y'all sound like y'all could work on CNN. Trump want to get rid of Social Security. Okay, Trump was in office for 4 years. The only thing you really could say that he did with Social Security is when he was getting ready to give us a stimulus check that they were going to take out of Social Security as repayment back. That's it. He didn't take your Social Security. video getting kind of long. I want to wrap it up. I'm going to come back to this subject, though. So these are some of the things you're going to see. You're going to see criminal activity rise. And I want to see y'all who voted for Biden, y'all devout Democrats, I want to see y'all criticize him when you see these rise in criminal activity. And it's going to be some little petty racial violence, too. It's not going to be just yet. It's not going to be nothing major. But you're going to see little, because here in Milwaukee, I can tell that a lot of the whites here that voted for Trump, they don't know that I voted for Trump, too. So you can feel that tension and that animosity when a lot of them come around. And like I told you, I have no ambitions to be in any race war. It's dumb. But if somebody come up to me with that, I got to defend myself. Got to defend my family. You're going to see little stuff here and there with that. You're going to see stuff. You're going to see petty conflicts. There's no way Biden is going without any type of wars for 4 years. It's not going to happen. You're going to see these things. You're going to see poverty rise. Y'all listening to that? Show me one time in history that Democrats actually created jobs with their policies. You can't. In Milwaukee, we have Mayor Tom Barrett. Gets voted in term after term after term after term. The crime continues to rise. Poverty continues to rise. But the wonderful Democrats, poverty, crime continues to rise in Milwaukee. We have 190 homicides. At least Trump was sent in the National Guard. Then these kids be in there for murder. And here's how it works. They'll get 3 to 5 years, because I work in the detention center. And a lot of time they don't do the 3 years. If they finish the program, they could get out in less than a year. For destroying your property, for robbing you, for beating you up, for killing you, because they're kids. Turn a blind eye. This is liberalism. Liberalism is demonic. It's demonic. Why do y'all think that I don't get any views? Do you believe it's because of me? I've heard people say, well, you're just not good. No, YouTube gives the impressions to those who they want. Impressions mean when you have a video that people know about and can see and can choose to watch. So if you only have like 1,000, 2,000 impressions, then you know you're being censored by YouTube. You're supposed to have hundreds of thousands, millions. They censor all conservatism. Some biblical content they'll censor. But you're going to see more hate crime legislation, which is trying to control people's mind and mouth. You're going to see it. So like somebody said, like a couple people I done heard on YouTube, if you are an alpha male, if you are an outspoken person, if you are the type to stand up for yourself, you better look into getting your own businesses. You better kind of etch away from these jobs. Because these jobs, it's going to be women, foreigners. All y'all black Democrats, you finna have a lot of competition. Just be ready. We're going to revisit this topic Just the Truth Blaster. Like, share, and subscribe.